It is always a good idea to practice the angulations and location for placement of the depth grooves before actually making the initial cuts. The same medium coarse round-ended diamond, the number 6856-016, is also used for placing the functional Cusp bevel depth grooves. Once the angulation for the handpiece is determined, a stable finger rest needs to be established prior to beginning the preparation. The functional Cusp bevel reduction is begun with the depth grooves. A depth reduction groove is placed at the marginal ridge area on the mesial of the tooth. Then one is placed on the mesial buccal cusp, in the central buccal groove, in the distal buccal groove, and the last groove is placed on the distal cusp. The bevel allows for a uniform clearance of 1.5 millimeters, and this reduction should parallel the opposing tooth surfaces. Generally, this is approximately at an angle of 45 degrees to the long axis of the tooth. That's a good starting point for making the reduction. The clinician checks the depth of the groove by using the middle portion of the round-ended diamond to gauge the depth of reduction. Again, the reduction must be kept just short of the final depth, because with final finishing and shaping, the total reduction will be at 1.5 millimeters. After checking the initial depths, the clinician will connect the depth grooves with a delicate, light, precise stroke that will follow the subtle rise and fall to create a planed surface. Holding the handpiece pointed down toward the vestibule, as shown in the video, will produce a 45-degree angle and was done for filming purposes. It is much easier, especially on live patients, to reverse the drill It is difficult to precisely visualize exactly the reduction, but it can be assessed by placing an enamel hatchet, which is 1.0 millimeters wide, between the prepared functional cusp bevel and the opposing tooth to judge the angulation and the amount of reduction. Rope wax formed into a patty at the end with a handle of rope wax for orientation can be placed between the prepared tooth and the opposing teeth. The handle of the rope wax allows easy assessment of the occlusal reduction where visualization is very difficult on lingual cusp of posterior teeth. Holding the wax up to the light will reveal any areas that light shines through, and these areas represent under reduction.